Hello, hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher, and for those of you who don't know, just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher, thank you for stopping by. Or I'm my alter ego, Miss Vanity Scarlet. I have a gig a little bit later tonight, and I figured since I finished getting ready early, might as well record some reactions while Vanna was out. So we are diving back into We Best Love, Fighting Mr. Second. We're diving into episode 3. End of episode 2 ended with some sexy time shenanigans, and then woke up the next morning like, oh my god, what happened? Did we? Because bitch was drunk off his dad, and then all of a sudden, Daddy came rolling through the front door like, you! I thought I told you to stay away, blah blah blah. And it's like, I thought we had an agreement, and we're like, what do you mean agreement? I'm like, okay, so now hopefully we're gonna get the stipulations of whatever the agreement was. I did go back and watch the special 6.5 episode from season 1 after I watched episode 2. That just left me with some more questions, but I think I started to piece some things together a little bit after editing that, so we're just gonna see where this episode takes us and just, yeah. And then that's where the special episode ended. Okay.
喂，你终于接电话了。我跟你说，我苏雨已经决定跟你分手了，以后不要再来找他。
不可能。苏玉不会这样的，一定有什么误会。让我跟他见一面，见一面就好了。
如果不是决定分手，他怎么会把手机交给我，换新的手机号码
I mean, you could have just taken his phone
放弃吧。
and he got a new phone.
年轻人的恋爱游戏就到此为止。
You're very rich and you've got ways, so
未来
like
还很
that
长。
a broken phone don't mean
至
shit
少
to
你
me.
还过正常的生活吧。
你可以不赞成，但你没有资格，也没有权利去评断一个人的感情正不正常。喜欢就是喜欢，不分男女。
你敢这样跟我说话？
Yes, because you're being kind of an ass.
我喜欢苏毅，不是游戏。我从跟他在一起开始，我想的就是一辈子。他可以离开我，但我绝对不会死心。
所以将来要接管我的事业，你有想过，他跟你在一起怎么面对那些身为股东的经纪，怎么管理他们呢？
Who cares about your judgmental relatives? He about to be rich.
知道你想的一辈
He
子。
about to be rich and have his own company. I don't give a damn about your judgmental relatives.
年轻人，我可是白手起家，才有现在的一切。什么大风大浪都看过了。你刚刚，这是我的收藏，不论是一进或价位，都不是你能了解的。说白了，你跟苏玉是不懂世界的人。
Just say it. You're not good enough for my son is what you're trying to say.
我要怎么做，才能获得你的认同
？5年，我给你5年的时间。这5年，不准跟苏玉或他身边的人联络，闯出一番事业，争取我的认同，我就答应不插手你们的事。要是这5年中间，苏玉交了女朋友，
Okay.
你就要无条件放弃她。还有这个约定，不能让苏玉知道。 你做得到吗？
伯父，你这是挖坑给我跳啊！
Very much so.
认同是主观情绪，你只要坚持说不，我永远不会得到。
你没条件跟我谈，
我知道，所以我得跳，我也必须跳，因为我知道苏一很尊敬你，没有您的认同，他不会幸福的。先走了。
It's like, fine. You want me to get a career in 5 years? I'll get a career in 5 years. Okay, so Daddy didn't have anything to do with the hospital bills then.
就是这样。
苏一，
It's a fabulous ascot you're wearing, though, Daddy.
都是你的错啊！
I mean, no, it's kind of your fault. You
让我揍你！
对，你不回去就揍你。
我是说你，
なんでそんなこと言うんだよ？我都是为了你好。
你每次说为我好，都把我弄得很惨。10岁带我去跳伞，我差一点掉进山谷11岁让我去潜水学游泳，还好我没有溺水。12岁说什么男子
girl, you got a list.
我差一点死在伞上13岁
Girl, every year.
脚就会长高，还有骨折。还有我说更多吗？
Because if you want me to, I ain't got to 14, 15, 16, 17 yet.
真的，苏一啊，我怎么做，你才不会生气？
你委屈，我就不生气。
真的吗？那爸爸走了，我走了，
You're lucky, Daddy. You're getting off.
真的走了，
Getting off real easy. Yes, go.
不要让我。
He's not trying. Bye. Bye, Daddy. Go home. No, I didn't call shit. Go home. It's 'cause you got this nice ass suit and that cute little ascot. Don't think. Go home, Daddy. Yeah, you're fucking in our relationship.
爸爸走了，
Yeah, I got it. Thank you. Goodbye.
本当に行っちゃうよ。
I mean, to be fair, it had been 5 years. 5 years went by. I did kind of keep up my end of the bargain.
现在不想看见你。
所以听我说，
你觉得我跟你在一起是玩玩的吗？还是一辈子？
当然是一辈子。
如果是这样，那为什么跟我爸做那种约定呢？
I get why he did it, but at the same time,
你以为你自己能解决所有问题吗？还是我对你的感情不够认真，我会站在你身边，跟你一起面对我爸？你认定你的一辈子，却没有相信我说的永远。
所以对不起。
滚！
he needs his time. Gonna hit you there. Again, I understand why you did what you did, but he's spitting facts right now. Daddy's still just standing out the front door. I'm leaving now.
当初用约定骗你，让你们分开。
No
结
shit.
果还是我让你们见面。
你骗我？
Of course he did.
ダメか。我等着他毕业结婚，让我抱孙子。结果他毕业之后跑来跟我说喜欢上你这个不能生的人，还威胁我说不接受就我们要断绝父子关系。
你以为你自己能解决所有问题吗？还是我对你的感情不够认真？我会站在你身边，跟你一起面对我爸。
怪，他要去美国找我。
我儿子哪里不好了？啊？你要这样陪伴他？
我没有背叛他。伯父，你现在是赞成还是反对？
反对了。
I mean, girl, maybe now's not the time to ask. We in the middle of some heated. He got you by the throat. I don't think now's the time.
不止你甩他，都是你的错。
But I didn't dump him. Maybe. I don't know, because I still don't know who she is and who this baby is.
对，都是我的错。伯父，对不起，这次我不让。告辞。
让什么？哎，我也告诉他，你说清楚啊！你让
Yes,
什么
please make everything clear.
不是说要来加班，怎么没来？全公司就只有我跟哲宇在处理那些人，害我们的约会泡汤。你最好给我一个合理解释。
后来胃痛不舒服，就没出门，把合约传过来。
夸张，传过去了，你看一下。
你真要看？
我有补充些条
I
款。
had a stomachache. It wasn't because I was getting dick down or nothing like that.
看我回你。
哎，哲宇说他没睡饱，周一要补假哦。
叫哲宇不要唧唧歪歪的，加班费给你们 double， 补偿你们约会的损失。拜。
保重身体哦，拜。
Do we actually have a stomachache? Okay. No, no, it's not the time. Wi-Fi. Come on. Okay, you seem like you actually have a tummy ache. I'll let you. She said you better come through with the good stuff to help his tummy.
所以，我有话跟你说。
闭嘴！
帮我叫救护车。
我来就好。
My sweet little.
把药给我。你可以走了。
我留下来照顾你。
喂，林伟，我跟你说，刚那个合约，手机还我。
I'm in the middle of my job. I thought he was about to headbutt him. I was like, Lord?
干嘛啊？搞事！哎，
病人就有病人的样子。
I mean, he's not putting up that much of a fight. Probably afraid that he might fall and crack his head open, but still.
不是你鸡婆。
Girl, if you don't stop mounting me in front of my salad. It's lighting though.
如果那年我回来，
This music though. Soundtrack need to calm down.
你曾经说过，不是每件事都有机会挽回。
But this is one of those things. That'd be my next question. Everybody in this series needs a hug.
我不做医生很多年了，问我不准。
最好是了。
哎，我实在很好奇，你到底买了什么？
山药、莲藕、秋葵、高丽菜、蛋。哎，你说这些全部包成一锅粥，养胃会不会快点？但是他好了又要把我赶出门。我实在不想每次都是他病了我才进得了房。
可是电话你也能放闪，你真行啊，高志德！你真的
Oops,
有够可爱。哎，有空过来，让哥好好疼你啊。拜。
Child, no, baby, don't get the wrong impression. You didn't know he's his cousin. Oh, Lord, but that little smile he got right here. He's so damn handsome. Oh, that's sweet. Love it.
没事。
That's sweet little boy. I just need you to go talk to Shou Yi and straighten it out. Find out that it's his cousin and that there's nothing going on. Even though they did have that face-to-face moment last episode, made me feel some type of way. And I'm like, screw your cousinhood. It ain't my damn cousin. But, you know, still, there's nothing happening.
Shou Yi， 起来吃点东西，吃完要再睡啊。Shou Yi，起来了。
Shou Yi, baby, you dead?
小薯头，起来。
Oh, fingers. I was like, what am I seeing in the dark right now, Lord? This is a family show.
小薯头，快迟到了，赶快起来。今天的教授是杨玉腾哦，他很喜欢当人哦。
随便他当了，再睡一下。
这么不乖
Soundtrack.
啊？快点起来，我要买早餐。
好啦，再睡一下，迟到没关系。
I know you miss this baby.
你也想回到那时候，对吧？
Yes, life was so much easier back then. Relationships are complicated as fuck. You made some mistakes along the way.
Like?
一个，你不要陪我那个我们听他讲。
瑞克，你先报警。好。
It's like, girl, he ain't my friend. Call the cops.
你刚刚说什么？
我说酒真的很难喝。
酒难喝可以不要喝啊。
好啊，不要喝啊！你要干嘛？
来闹是不是？要干嘛？啊！你他妈来闹是不是？
Lord, baby, no, not my sweet boy. Oh, okay, yes, fight for your life, baby. Okay. Did it? Get the crazy eyes on him.
你们快滚！想被打死吗？
你给我记着。
哎，你还好吗？
小杨，先回去。
They're such an interesting pairing. Okay. Okay. And he's not even gonna fight it. He's just like, okay. Okay, origin story. This is what I needed. Background. Handsome man that showed him some kindness, gave him a coat, and then he fell in love. Okay, handsome man forced kindness upon him because he out here biting bitches. And handsome man might be into that sort of thing, apparently. So, bitch, you can't get rid of me that easily. Sit your ass down. I love this so much, y'all. Giving me Beauty and the Beast vibes right now. Y'all know that. Sweet little boy. Y'all don't know how much my heart needs a spin-off series with just them.
"我不是故意要打架，是他们说你坏话，他们说这家店的酒……
嘴巴长在别人脸上，你管他们说什么
Because I love you.
记得是高中生，
没有人可以说你坏话。
你到底什么时候才能摆脱对我的雏鸟情节？
我不是雏鸟情节。
你是，不然你高中的时候就不会一天到晚到保健室找我啊。如果那时候遇见你，以后多管闲事就好了。
高是的，
你怎么知道是的？
你喜欢他。
Girl, that's my cousin.
因为你喜欢他，
是不管我做什么，你都不会喜欢我，对不对？
Just give me some answers, please. Okay, so many things in this episode. Let's just touch on my sweet little cinnamon roll first, since he's fresh on my mind. Zhen. I've got my drama list pulled up here because for some reason, I just can't remember his name. Can't remember his name in Shou Yi for whatever reason. Their names just didn't want to come to my memory. But their relationship or their dynamic is so fascinating to me. It is such an interesting, just an interesting set of characters to put in a situation where one, potentially both, but one specifically has some sort of romantic attachment to the other. Because you guys told me in various comment sections that Shou Yi has alexithymia might be how you pronounce it, potentially, which basically is when a person has difficulty identifying or expressing different kinds of emotions. It's not a mental health disorder or anything like that, but they just have, people with it tend to have, I'm reading off Google right now, people with it tend to have problems maintaining relationships and taking part in social situations, which we've seen a number of times throughout the series whenever we've been around him, where he seems to not misread emotions but have trouble identifying or expressing emotions himself. He seems kind of, to someone not in the loop, it's to him being this way, he might seem kind of standoffish or cold or blah blah blah, but it's just he has trouble expressing and processing different kinds of emotions, and that's just him. And then we've got Zhen, who a couple of you guys told me in comment sections that he has Asperger's. I don't know if that's canon, or if someone on the writing staff confirm that, or if that's just the running theory. I know when I was watching the first episode, I was kind of thinking that in my head, just because there were certain characteristics that he had that reminded me of the movie Adam, which is one of my all-time favorite movies. And that movie is centered around the character Adam, who lives with Asperger's syndrome, and he lived with his dad his entire life. His dad pretty much took care of him, helped him deal with all of his sort of habitual things that he would do in a day-to-day life. But then his dad passed, and it was all about him learning to live life on his own and be that sort of self-sufficient. And it was a really good movie. I highly recommend it. Love that movie. But there are certain characteristics that I was seeing in Zhen in the first 2 episodes that were kind of reminding me of that, and I was like, okay, but I'm obviously not a mental health professional, so I'm not going to sit here and just start diagnosing people left and right, like, yeah, that one's got this disorder, that one's got that disorder. But you guys let me know that down in the comments section. So again, I don't know if that is canon, that he actually has Asperger's, or if that's just the widely accepted theory among the fandom. But I could definitely see those characteristics in him. So it's a very interesting combination to have these two different kinds of inabilities to understand or process certain kind of emotions, and have awkward social skills and not really have the greatest social interaction skills and whatnot, find each other by chance. And then one of them latch on. Zhen is latched on for dear life. When they first met, obviously it wasn't, very romantic for him. Why he was getting chased, why he was getting beat up, I don't know. I don't know that we're going to get that backstory, and it's not really important. I would just love it, because I love any interaction I can get with them, any more interaction I can get with them. But yeah, so there was something in Shou Yi that was like, hey, this guy is hurt. I should go make sure he's okay. And then there's that other part in him that's like, girl, it ain't your business. Mind your business. Keep going to lunch or wherever the hell it is you're going. But the former feeling got the better of him. He went and checked on him, and Zhen was pushing him away, like, no, get away from me. Yeah. And then, he bit him. Biting seems to be a very frequent occurrence in it's a very, very well used skill in his repertoire. He gets into fights with people. He's a biter. He likes to nibble. So he started to bite, and Shou Yi just sitting there like, "Girl, you done? You done yet? It's supposed to hurt. You done?" And like that just like mesmerized him, and from that moment on he's like, "Oh damn, I don't know what's going on, but I am very, very interested in this man, this delicious tasting and looking man." So okay, and then from there on the rest was history. He like Shou Yi was saying, he's got this attachment towards him, which I feel like it probably started that way, started as some sort of attachment, just this very intriguing interest. Like, who is this person? He's different from other people. Like, he picked up on the fact that Shou Yi is different from other people he's encountered thus far in life, and it just kind of developed into this crush, love, whatever. I don't know if Shou Yi's ever reciprocated. It doesn't seem as though he has, just from some of the conversation we were having in that last little scene there. I don't know that he's ever reciprocated feelings. I think he's recognized that those feelings are there, being aimed towards him, and as he does not really process feelings very, very well from what we've seen, he's just not really known what to do with that, or really known how to follow up with that. So it's like, okay, well, I'm just going to avoid it all. Bye. But then, Zhen found him last episode's like, it's been 12 years. I'm like, oh Lord Jesus. So it's just a very interesting dynamic, very interesting choice to put those two characters with those two ways of thinking, seeing, feeling emotions, and social interactions together as a ship. And I'm very interested to see where it goes and how we explore this, because it's just such an interesting pairing. And you can see Zhen just very protective. Someone was saying something bad about the restaurant or the wine, whatever, he's ready to fight. He ready to cut a bitch, breaking bottles, like, let's go. He's biting bitches, he's kicking, he turned into Kung Fu master. Like, he was ready to just, you said something remotely disparaging about the person I love, so I'm going to end you in every way possible. That was basically him. So yeah, I'm very interested to see just what happens. We've only got 3 episodes left, so it's not an abundance of time to explore and develop, but I've seen more things happen in less amount of time, so we'll see. And then when we go back to our main ship, our Shide and Shou Yi, so the first 6 minutes were basically the special 6.5 episode from season 1, so I skipped through most of that because I'm like, okay, I saw this already. But then we got a little bit of a continuation of that scene when he was on his way to the airport, or he just got out of the airport, and he's like, "Oh, you finally answered your phone. I'm coming to see you, blah, blah, blah." And lo and behold, it was Daddy. And we got the interaction between him and Daddy, where Daddy was basically, disapproving. And I don't even know if it's so much that he was disapproving that he was gay, or that it was a gay relationship, so much that it was with someone that he found not worthy, beneath him, not of the same world, as he kept saying. It might also have had to do with some homophobia stuff happening there too. But he was very, very adamant that, Shide was just not worthy of his son. Shide was not good enough for his son. And he was doing whatever he could to keep them apart. So he came up with this little ruse, like, okay, you want my approval? I'm gonna give you 5 years. Random arbitrary ass number. I'm gonna give you 5 years. Get a job, get a career, get something that you can be proud of, and then I'll give you my approval. And we can look at him and call bullshit, bullshit. And Shide, to a certain extent, was like, well, you could just say, you could just keep saying no. Like, I could come back 5 years, blah, 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 and you could just keep saying no for whatever reason. And Daddy's like, no, 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 I promise. It's like, okay. But behind his back, he got his fingers crossed, like, ha ha, ha, takes his back. I'm like, but Shide's like, okay, fine. I'm going to go get myself a career, and I'll stay away from him for 5 years, this, that, and the other. So I understand why he was doing it, because, again, he's doing it to like, well, A, save his relationship, but B, because, like he mentioned to Daddy, he's like, Shou Yi really respects you, and I know that he wouldn't want to get into this relationship without your approval, so I will do whatever it takes to get your approval so that we can maintain this relationship, because it's important to Shou Yi. Meanwhile, Shou Yi's off fighting these battles with Daddy in private, like, hey, Daddy, I love him. I'ma leave this damn company. I'ma leave this household. Fuck this shit. Fuck you. Fuck all this stuff. I'm leaving. That's my man. So Shou Yi's over here putting up all kinds of fights that don't nobody know about. And that's one reason that he was so hurt, so upset, and has been so frustrated with Shide over this whole situation, because like he was telling Shide there after he kicked out Daddy for the 700th time, Daddy kept coming in like, I'm leaving. Oh, did you call me? No. Okay, I'm leaving. Bye. So after like the 700th time of kicking Daddy out, he's, kicked Shide out. And he's like, you know what? You said you wanted to be together forever, this, that, the other, but you didn't believe in my forever, or you wanted to try and solve all the problems by yourself. And meanwhile, he was out here fighting battles, for both of them, because he wasn't just wasting time or whatnot. He wanted to be in this relationship. So, and he was ready to just walk away from family, walk away from this, that, the other. So it's like, he was in it for the long run. So the fact that, I know I've said it a million times, and millions of other series open and honest conversation, it would just make things so much easier. But, we wouldn't have these series if everybody had open and honest conversation. So I'll leave it alone for right now. But yeah, so Shou Yi is frustrated, and he is upset about the fact that he was willing to go to the ends of the earth to keep this relationship. Meanwhile, it didn't appear as though Shide went along with this harebrained scheme that his daddy cooked up with, because it seemed as though he didn't believe that Shou Yi would still be there, or that he would stay around, that he would fight with his daddy, this, that, and the other. I understand both sides of the spectrum, but it's like I relate to what Shou Yi is saying more. Like, we said we'd be in this forever, and I meant it. So you just didn't believe in my forever that I said. So you decided that you were gonna just handle everything by yourself. But this is a relationship. Like, it's supposed to be a collaborative effort. It's the two of us. It's not your relationship. It is our relationship. So, I should play some part of this too. Talk to me, baby. Talk to me. So I understand a little bit more about that whole situation. I still don't understand who this blonde chick was. I don't understand who this baby was. I don't understand who these hospital bills are for. We got 3 episodes left, so we better start answering one answer per episode, basically. Because I'm like, why introduce them if they're not going to play some sort of, like, don't tell me that we introduce them just for the sake of she walking up there and, she walking up there and seeing that, getting the wrong impression, like, okay, well, I'm heartbroken now, I'm breaking up with everything. Don't tell me that they were just a plot device, because we could have had that happen some other way without introducing this whole other potential storyline, something going on. So who the hell are these people? What the hell are these hospital bills? What's going on? I need answers to those questions. What else happened? He had his tummy ache. We took him to the hospital, took him back home. He wanted to be stubborn and kick out Shide. Shide's like, no, I'm going to take care of you. Shide picks him up, throws him in the bed, mounts him, and is like, if I had come straight to you and didn't go see your daddy, would you? Would we still be doing this thing? Would we be a thing? And like, you could see it in Shou Yi's eyes. Like, the answer was like, yes, 100%. If you'd come, we could have talked things out. Things would have been better, blah, 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 explanations, open, honest conversation. But you didn't. You went along with this harebrained scheme. So he's like, you know what? Once upon a time, you said that there's certain things that you just can't take back. So this may or may not be one of those things that you can't take back. So if you had come, yes, probably. We would probably be in a very successful relationship right now. But you didn't. And don't know if this is one of the things that you can just backpedal from, or that we can just forgive and forget. Like, it might be a forever kind of mistake that you just gotta live with. Not, do I believe that's the case? No, I feel like by the end of this, we're probably gonna get back together. Otherwise, it'd be a very, very sad series. But you know, I've seen sad series before, so it can happen. But clearly, there's still that desire on both ends to rekindle that relationship. You can see it in Shou Yi when he's sleeping and he's dreaming about, you know, the past times and whatnot. Like, the connection is still there, the desire is still there, but there's still a lot of hurt that needs to be overcome. There's a lot of things that need to be discussed. There's a lot of things that need to be worked out. A lot of details that just need to be ironed out and whatnot. So it's not, we can't just like apologize and it's all magically fixed. Like, there's a lot of work that still needs to be done. But the desire to be in this relationship is still there to some level. So we just gotta wait and see how they can mend this relationship. I don't know where the next episode is going to go. The whole daddy storyline didn't play out quite as, it didn't have quite as heavy a bearing on this as I had anticipated it having. Daddy, like I mentioned last episode, hasn't really seemed like the big imposing force that I thought he was going to be at the end of the first season. I don't know. So we'll see if anything comes of that. See if anything comes of my cinnamon roll and his love interest that I can't feel. It's probably another reason I feel so protective of that sweet little cinnamon roll, because that would be me. That would be me with all the luck in the world, falling for the one person who can't reciprocate any damn feeling, not because they don't like me, but because they just chemically cannot reciprocate the feelings I'm feeling. That would be my damn luck. Lord Jesus, my poor sweet little cinnamon roll. Hopefully things will work out. Hopefully some magic fairy will come and give him some feelings again. I don't know, but we will just have to wait and see. But I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications, be notified when all my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments and I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya.